In this video, we will cause a port security violation by plugging in a host with a different MAC address. But first, let's verify some of the port security configuration that we applied to our switch port. Plus, we have went ahead and disconnected our computer that was plugged into switch port number 12, and we will soon plug in a different device with a different MAC address because we want to create a violation and to show you what happens. We can use various commands for looking at some of these violation details. One of those is show port security. That will show a list of all secure ports on the switch, followed by the number of violations and the action. So this is a good command to view at a high level if there are any violations on any of our secure ports and what the action would be. Another command to use, not much for looking at violations, but looking at the MAC addresses and what ports they should be connected to. So that command will be show port security address. Now this will show the MAC address that should be connected or configured on the interface or the port, which is FAS Ethernet 1012 in this case. And that this MAC address has been configured dynamically using the type of a secure sticky based on our configuration. It can also be statically configured, which we'll show you in a different video. But this is a good command to use to confirm the actual MAC address and which port it should be connected to. And another command that we can use, let's scroll down here and do show port security interface. Now this will show some details of violation right here at the bottom. So the secure violation count will reflect, well, 1 or 2, meaning that a violation has occurred on this interface. Now you will see that the interface status is in a secure down. That means that our device with this MAC address is not connected to that port anymore, because we're going to plug in a different device that has a different MAC address to cause a violation and to show you this information to start incrementing. Or it will show that there has been one violation, and in response it will shut down that port. So that's what you can use this command to look at any violations. Now stepping back again, if there is a violation, the port status will also change. So you will notice that. So you've seen secure down, you've seen secure up. So you know what those do, which is fine. But you will see what happens, what the status will be once the interface is in violation. So at this time, we'll plug in a different device with a different MAC address into this interface of 1012. Let's observe and see what happens. Okay, the interface came up, so we see that right there. And momentarily, there it is. We get a violation. So we get a security violation has occurred caused by this MAC address that's connected on this port, which is not correct because this is the MAC address that should be connected on that port. As a response, it will shut down that port or put into an error disable state. Now let's run through those same commands to show you what this looks like when there's a violation. So first, let's keep it simple and use the interface command of show interface FAS Ethernet 1012 to look at that status. So this will show the following, that the interface is in a down state because it has been error disabled because of the security violation that has occurred. Let's use another command. So let's get out of this one and do show port security this time. Now this will show that we do have one violation that has occurred on this secure port. So we know that the response would be to shut down, hence doing the error disabled. And let's use the command show port security interface. Then our interface type in ID. Okay, so this shows that we do have one security violation that has occurred, which is what we're currently in. And we know that because under port status, it reflects a secure shutdown because we are in violation and the mode or the action will be to shut down that port. We also see the MAC address of that connected device that is in violation. So this is what happens when there is a violation on a port and the default is used, which is shut down. So the question is, well, what happens next? Well, what happens next is that this device needs to be unplugged. Once you do that, Then in order to enable this interface again to be functional, we need to go back into our config mode, go under this interface of 1012, do a shutdown, then a no shutdown to bring it back up again. But between sticky MAC addresses or configuring them statically, it's recommended to configure the static MAC address, which we'll show you in the next video.